business world and understand that these are the traits. And let me share this thing quickly. Then I'll let my brother Benetton actually take it on. Now, there is sync licensing, which is one of the things that artists makes money from. And you go like sync licensing there. There are some songs that are used for sync purposes that are not even popular. It's created intentionally, and they went in for that bidding and they won. That's why some of the songs are overtaken or to say they are calf, they are not the popular songs that you know. But somebody knows that no, the possibility of the world requesting for a song that will unite us through football is very high in the next 2 years. So let me create something intentionally and pitch it.
An example is the Kweku Flick Black Star song.
And pitch that song. So you may not have been contacted directly, but your team knowing very well that they know more beyond you would actually tell you. How about me kind time
Ghana here we have Gambro, right? Gambro is a collecting society. So Gambro more like collects most of the revenue that comes from people playing your songs on radio, on TV, parties, and all that. And that is the publishing revenue. The money you receive from DistroKid, TuneCore, or any distributor, that is the master's sound recording. And that is the basic one we all know. But the publishing side is what most of us don't know, and that is what is very important, because now we've come to understand that there's more revenue in publishing even than the sound recording, because the sound recording, even see Spotify, right, or Apple Music, or most of these DSPs, they will pay for the masters, right, and they will pay mechanical royalties too to the publishers.
You need a manager. However, most artists barely make it beyond the developmental stages. I'm sure, sir, we don't really pay attention to the essence of developing an artist. Go to Mavens in Nigeria, Don Jazzy's label. They spent 3 years. There's an artist I met there last week in a camp, and that guy has been with them for the last 2 years. You've never heard about this guy. He doesn't have Instagram, like his artistic Instagram. He has his own thing going on. Why? Because they are trying their best to groom him for everything he's, bound to do when it is time. Your songwriting has to be on point. Your image has to be on point. Even with your sound, it has to be on point. When my brother Kwame was talking earlier, he made mention of knowing all these rights, societies, and all that. But mind you, most artists can't even afford to register for the ones we pay. For instance, he mentioned PRS. PRS for music takes a standard £150 for signing up. It's a one-time fee payment. To be invested in is the artist, but the last person to get paid is the artist. Do you understand that analogy? The last person to get paid in this whole music business, food chain, is the artist. So it's either you are going to see yourself as an artist or a businessman. Sarkodie is a businessman. Although he's going to be paid at the last part as an artist, he's still at the decision-making table. That is what makes him different from your traditional up-and-coming artists or their managers. Some managers don't even know how to command the attention of the people they are engaging. Managing finances, managing relationships. I want to send a song onto the platforms. Kwame will tell you, submit the song at least 4 to 3 weeks to its official release date. At least, maybe 26 days. We record it and now post it to Snapchat, now boys be throw fire emoji now. Hey, boss, you person me drop it in next week. Me catch yourself to me drop it in next week. You call me enemy of progress. Let me tell you why the industry has accustomed all of us to release songs on Fridays. Because on Friday, the whole world, music playlist, it readjusts. Let me just give you an idea again. Every day, on the average, about 250,000 songs are uploaded every hour. Around the world, though, Nepal 1.11 billion, and they will be uploading EP, will be uploading album, will be uploading single. This very moment we are speaking, somebody is also going to the studio for the first time in their life. Somebody is about to drop their biggest song in their career. Today, right now, this moment. Being intentional, being very calculating. Kwame can tell you, Kwame has tools. That's why I'm going to be citing him more often. Because with distributors, they have analytical algorithms to be able to predict when it's very appropriate to release what song. The only credible catcher said the month of April, and I'm saying this here, free knowledge. The month of April, from the first to third week, hot for Ghana, I say. In fact, even from the last Friday of March, very hot. And lots of songs are dropping. It's we are artists now dropping within any of these brackets: hip hop, Afro beats, Afro swing, Ghanaian drill, amapiano, whatsoever. If you don't have label funding or distributor support, your song will go unattended to. Especially if you choose to release the song at an unprecedented, moment. Songs need at least 12 days to marinate. Because we want to make ends meet from our artistic inputs. Now, what is the point of paying for an exclusive beat for 15,000 Ghana cedis and putting it up on the streaming platforms and not making up to $50 after a whole year? Yes, I know managers or investors who are facing a similar thing with their artists. Why? Because they weren't intentional. Some songs, they are good, but intimately breaking some barriers. But let me tell you what, as an artist, as a creative, as a musician, as a songwriter, as a producer, look at your catalog just as you look at your Instagram page. You see how frequent you keep posting, how frequent you keep reposting. That is the same thing you should do with your music. Yes, maybe our sound may be making sense next 2 months. Also drop in January, so that it can grow on the people. There is a cycle of dating records the moment the next one comes. Look at what R2BC is doing with mobile. Look at what Sarkodie is still doing with Adonai. How many of our up and coming talents? There is something we call on the streaming platforms listener retain or listener average retaining time, right? If I should come to your page, now the person is here without skips, how long would it take? It will be 2 hours. Go and listen to Sarkodie and the lights. You can go as high as 3 hours, 4 hours of non-stop music. And that is how much work they put in themselves. Will be 1 month. Go and look at the Michael Jacksons, Fela Kutis and all that. Back in the day, a young 10 minutes, 12 minutes.
Too much. Industry players, director, artists, managers, directors, and my brilliant panelists as I came to meet you. It's first of its kind. Waka Abum Amaya Yamana Yefe. In fact, as I was seated there, I realized that the things they are training or teaching us doesn't only pertain to music. It cuts across almost every sector that you find yourself in. It's a good opportunity for us, especially as young people are. The person, they back up in the various sectors are there's social talent and work. As part of this year's Ashanti Fest, we decided to say, not just the musical concert, where I think on the 11th, artists never perform and leave. No, we wanted to also have an opportunity like this People who are in the industry will share their experience with you. You'll be able to network, you'll be able to build the right connections. So that from this forum, at least will be number, that person would be your anchor, maybe your next hit will come as a result of that good connection. So I want to thank you for being part of this. And also thank our pundits for availing yourself to groom these young ones for us. So that the hub by the war as Ashanti region being the cultural capital, which includes our music and all that of Ghana, which is firm and steadfast in that regard. As some more discuss issues, what came to mind is mostly those who hit overnight are not able to sustain that. Because I know my company now hits here, the bits they are not from here. At the end of the day, who are a lot or a series of them. If you are about who are boy, I hit them. The baby time I'll be now hit from. So I know now will be a friend to. So I know the first back up as I think the hit. So trust the process. Don't just think say you must go to overnight. No. So that you do a lot of these demos and put it out there. It is going to credit you at a point in time where you even least expected it. So let's do that and have that in mind. If you also ask me to come up, ask the panelists to they encourage you. Let's try and build the right collaborations. All these we are not in competition with each other. We have to look at it as we are in to collaborate with each other. Obiane the staff, Obiane the talent, and how unique Obiane. So you see yourself as that unique person with that unique talent and unique ability. And you're true baby now, if you need to feature someone, if you need to reach out to someone, feel okay to do that without having to think that you can get there as an island. That's also another thing I want you to have in mind. I was so glad that it came out clearly that there is a need to support each other. And as YFM, now passionately, all can, you need to actually do some things out of your own accord without even having to try. It will come back to you. These young ones you see, especially our SHS talents and our students, they would grow to hold the music industry. They do that they are more from more entertainment. Regional minister for charge our charge, you can't charge them the same amount. They will be wedding, now who said the wedding in it. You can actually offer to be there without having to charge as much as you charge for any other program. One, it is introducing you to a new fan base. It is introducing you to a new crop of people that they will now grow and come and own Uganda. And as they are here, I know the entertainment leaders and their teachers are here. If you are now becoming artists, get closer to them, pick their numbers. They invite you around your company. Keep going. A time will get to a time where you will become of that value, say, Obiang and Sabamo, and they pick cases as broken cases. But the case now no really want to have to come up with a problem. After Norbert Kana, Erika went to Nancy when he was beginning his career. And yes, we are in to make sure we support and promote everything Ashanti, everything massive. That is why I should not be systematically center stage in what happens to far as the region is concerned. And I want to give you that assurance that yes, I know a lot of things are happening with the pastor. A man is losing a position as a region when it comes to the creative industry. They started with Kumaru. They started with court cases. Then you get home. The next year, say a problem bad. You never knew big next week. Our friend wanted to call them. Recently, there were a lot of some court cases and all that. We have to call them and tell them, no, we can't do this to ourselves. I should feel free apologizing to you than having to drag issues here and there. And yes, we have young talents. I know a lot of them have happened in the past. But I think that they're using this forum as an opportunity for a new beginning so that we would be able to forgive each other. We would be able to rebuild and support each other to grow a better Ashanti regional industry and a commercial industry. And yes, young ones have any problems in Ghana. I'll take it up I'll set up a team who will help us identify and see how best we be able to build bridges and will promote the people are not holding Kumasi industry, letting up boy and the music industry, letting that come out. So from here, we'll be reaching out to you. We'll be a fresh moment and we'll be reaching out to you. Your band here approach is so I'm you're finding and solving problems. Say they're very holistically. And the young ones to get to know say over in stardom at a very younger age. What it means is say we get who will know 15 and I want 20. You will stay with us for so many years, 40 years, 50 years. And the Ekakana Wona Yaya big our Bruce go back to your console. And you're very useful, then we not and different. And as we are promoting you, the young ones, when they say, oh, talent, say a good voice to sing that, but we also a good mind to make sure that our talent will be sustained. The very moment that building said you will be able to survive without a network, that will be the very moment you're down for. So this is just to encourage you that we are there for you. We will try and right the wrongs. We will try and provide all the needed support for the music industry, and most definitely be able to grow the industry in Ashanti region, and for that matter in Kumasi. So on behalf of the President, and most definitely on behalf of the RCC, I want to assure you that you have our full commitment and our full support. And let me congratulate the senior high school students on more Ashanti Music Festival last year. And in fact, top talents. And I want to encourage them, say, keep it up. More are producers, more recordings. Me are also inside your mama, or record your mama. But you're going to be piano. Very how I'm going to try a Friday. And they are maintenance in our grammar, your money more so that we would be able to get them at a level where we all desire to see our talents and our youth develop for the region. On this note, I don't want to know what's going to share with you.
We dedicate this to our mommy, Miss Admetia Powers Foundation, United Girls Secretary, and her mother.
Sing
Tonight